hot and windy. I think I'll start out with the injuries. How's that? Just to go over that. David Neville has practiced just a little bit this week. Probably at best an emergency type guy. We'll see how he is tomorrow. Matt Farniok's kind of the same way. He's just gotten his cast and he's dealing with that. He could possibly be an emergency lineman or in the punch shield like he did before. He could do that. Trey Bryant won't play. Marcus Newby's not going to be ready to play. Josh Kalu won't be ready to play. Ty Ferguson won't be ready to play. And Stanley Morgan he's had a neck, really, really hard time moving his head, his neck all week. So he hasn't practiced. It's what we think it's all soft tissue, so it could start feeling better in the next less than 48 hours, whatever that is. So we're hopeful for that. We'll see how he is tomorrow. We're hopeful that he's okay. And then of course at the tackle spot, that's probably the one question mark you'll want to know is that Brendan Hymas will start there at right tackle. Good player, good kid. We expect good things from him. Okay, that's our...
Any other changes on that O-line besides Hymas?
No, there could be. Cole Conrad's had a rough week with a knee ankle. Cole has practiced parts of the last 2 days, but not the full practice. So Mike Decker's taken most of the reps there. And Mike's ready to go, yeah.
The guy who hired you was fired today, Shawn Eichorst.
Yeah.
What are your immediate reaction to that decision, which was made by Hank Bounds and Ronnie Green, and what conversation did you have with Shawn?
Well, I'll start with the first part there, Sam. You know, I think that my first reaction, and I was told personally by President Bounds and Chancellor Green, I was taken back, surprised, and you know, I was probably flat out saddened by the whole deal. I really, really enjoyed working with Shawn. Besides being a good man, I think he had everybody's best interests at heart, coaches and student athletes. I think the department-wide, the way it was run was beautiful. The things put in place to help develop young people were great. And the support that we got was at the highest level. His interaction with us was the most I've ever had, which I appreciated. All those things I think are absolutely real. And then, you know, the other thing, you know, that probably with that is, you know, it truly is just, I'm just thankful that he brought me here. You know, I mean, he's the one that stepped out, gave us a job here. We brought a staff, and we're at a great place, and we're thankful to be here, trying to both develop and grow and be the best we can be, and we haven't done as well as we need to.
Did the president or chancellor give you any other feedback beyond just the news?
No, not really. You know, and I would expect that the conversation that they had with me, but that the whole gist of it was just that. So. But I would say the rest of that, whatever, there wasn't really much other conversation other than that, and kind of what's going to happen is kind of now between us.
How do you let whatever's being talked about on the outside not come inside your program? And do you have an experience you can lean on in the past or something like this?
You know, I've been through both the good times and the hard times in our business. I think I've told you guys all that before. So we only know one way to do it. We're going to first think of our players and coaching them. We have a great opportunity to do that every day, and And so that's what, if your energy goes in a good place, then you can feel good about doing good work. And we will continue to do that, as we will in the recruiting aspect of it. We're just gonna continue to do our job and build this team to the highest level that we can daily, so that we can do better on the weekends. You know, we need to have better weekends. And I feel real confident in that. You know, I think that I've been through so many different kinds of situations, you know, both watching it as a kid when your dad's coaching, and then later on when you first get in it. And my first year I inherited a great team, and we were great, and we had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and we had a great record. We didn't win the Grey Cup that year, but we had a great team. And then that darn guy retired, and it wasn't the same right away. And we, at one point the next year, lost 7 in a row, and I thought, man, I'm not gonna keep my job. You know, I was second-year head coach, but I did, and then the rest of the story is pretty good. So there are those times, and so what we've always known to do when it's hard is just don't treat people any differently. Don't make up things. Just coach. And so that's what we're doing. And I've got a great group of guys that are doing that. I think we have really good, strong relationships with our players and all the people around the football here. And so that's what we'll do. And when you just approach it that way, it's not that hard. You know, whatever is swirling out there, it always swirls one way or the other. And you just have to, I think, maintain being steady, because that's what your kids need to know, who you're going to be every day when you come. So that's how we'll do it.
What was the message to the guys today?
The players, you know, I didn't know if they all knew. I met them at 2:15, and so I didn't know if they all knew or who knew what at that time. So I just told them as if they didn't know, and then told them almost what I told you, that you know, this man had their best interests at heart all the time with the programs that he put in place, and what he tried to see as had a great vision for the student athlete experience, and was always thinking that way. So I told them that's what he was for them, and then I said, and for me, I'm just thankful he brought me here so I can coach you guys. So there's lots of good that's come of all that.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
I know you said that you're going to continue to do business the way you have been, but given that you're, 2 years and 3 games into your time here, with everything that's swirling out there, have you had enough time here to get this thing up and running the way you want?
I'm not going to be the one that finally decides. I'm really excited about what we can do. I'm really, really excited as I watch this 17 class that we recruited practice and get some of them play a little bit. It's a really, really good group. The next group that we have right now committed will be a great group. And so the two things that you have to do is coach and then recruit if you want to really build where you want to go. And so I think what we have to do is a better job right now with this group, coaching them. I think there's lots of parts actually that are growing, and there's parts we've got to get better at right away, right? We haven't played good offense yet, so we got to keep working that. Defense is absolutely, individuals getting better, unit getting better, lots of stuff. Lots of parts of the kicking game are different and better. The punter is way different this year, and that's individual, but the group is good. The return game's shown lots of good life. So I'm excited about that. We have to do that. And if you really want to then have a vision down the road, you have to recruit like crazy. And our guys have been doing that. And I think this 17 class looks like that. I think the 18 class can look like that. So that's what we're doing. You know, I'm not losing any vision of where we're trying to go. We're just going to do it.
You feel like you have less less equity now that the guy who hired you is no longer here?
You know what? I'm not going to worry about that, Sam. I don't, you know, I told the kids this is what we find out is that old saying, you control what you can, and then what you can't, then you've got to let go. I know I'm really confident in what we're doing and the people that we have and how this thing is being run in the football office. I really, really feel good about that. I understand both expectations and performance so far too. So I get all that, but I actually am energized about the future. I think that, you know, I guess perspective is one thing that is good, and a drive always to be good, and we have driven people here that want to coach these guys at the highest level and do better, and we have players like that. So we'll just, it's not that complicated to me. You know, we just it's clear where we have to go on the football field. It's clear what we have to do recruiting to get to that point where we can where we can get where we want to go. So.
Did you meet with them, with all the other coaches? Because I guess they met with the coaches as a group, or did they meet with you separately?
I was picked separately for what I don't know what that means for sure, but I was I was told that there would be a meeting later with the rest of the coaches. They wanted to tell me personally, and that's what happened. And then right about the time they made this general announcement, we had a staff meeting, and I told the rest of the football people.
Does that feel isolating in a way that they wouldn't just include you with everybody else, and that they're telling
I
you
didn't
personally?
take it that way. I thought they might take it, or I thought they might do that maybe out of the respect of our relationship, Sam. I don't know why they did it like that, but I never took it like any other way except they wanted to personally tell me, and I appreciated that. I don't know.
Did you talk to Shawn today?
I did. And I told him I was sorry, and I thanked him, and that's about it. How about?
How concerned are you about the perception this may send to the rest of the nation? You know, where this program is.
You know, again, that's not. This event has occurred. It's going to be perceived by people in a million different ways, and I don't have any control over that. All we can control, I think the first most important thing is for me to address our coaching staff and our players, and then get our players ready to play Saturday so we can have you know, this is supposed to be fun. And so I want to get them ready to play, and it's only fun, I found, when you win. So we're trying every way to just do that. But the rest of what might occur out there, I don't have any control of. I know what we're doing. I know we have good people. I'm really, really confident in what we have as a vision for what we're going to do here. So.
Do you think that your players made some of the, and coaches too, made some of the adjustments in preparation for this week that, kind of going off of, you said earlier in the week that you wanted to change some of your preparation after last week? Do you think they made those right adjustments?
Well, you know, I think that we kind of analyze all that every week of what we're doing. I think as the season goes on, you have to think a little bit about your team physically, where they are, and maybe adjust a little bit there. I think that you know, you have a volume of things that you have done and practiced in your fall camp, spring practice. You have to be selective on what parts of those things go into the game. So there is a week-to-week process that really doesn't change that way. But then you want to help the players on those areas. If a guy's having a hard time making a certain kind of block or having a problem with open field tackling, then you take that thing back. You've got some drills that might help that player be better within the play. Here's the call. This is your assignment. Now you got to play football. And so then you got to be in good position. You got to keep leverage. You got to defeat a block. You got to make a block. You got to make a tackle. It's beautiful. I mean, it's coaching. So all those parts continue to grow. Some of them have to be just part of the weekly process. Some of them we look at, tweak a little bit. It's football.
With Marcus and Tyrod out, who steps up in that outside linebacker spot?
With Marcus out?
And Tyrod.
Well, we've got, you know, Cedric King that's able to play there. Alex Davis is able to play there. Colin Miller's been playing a little bit of outside linebacker, and he's able to play there. Luke Gifford is the stable one on the other side, so that's been good. Okay, thank you guys.